of Villas 7-1, so we're going to see a battle for four boats for the reach. It's SAPJ Luca, it's Lucas Moore, it's Villas 7-1, and Jim Cars can sneak in. It's also attacking her boat. See, it's all the swords on, and they're penalizing each other.
Hello and welcome to our Esailing World Championship Final highlight show.
And Steve, I promised Steve Young was in many ways. There you go. You lose, and you snooze. There, and he's taking the win because he's cheating. So starting in first, Esailing TV doing a great start this time. Let's go this way so the mic gets. No, don't do that with the mark again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why doing a crazy format as we're doing today?
Well, I didn't have to run.
To the right hand side, see the blue side up there. Then two penalties, no, only one penalty. Hello, good morning, good afternoon to all of you Esailing fans around the world. Welcome to Esailing TV. Tonight we are going to do a lot of streaming. This is the first streaming of tonight. We are going into a regatta for a Spanish sailing club. It's called the Spanish club is called REGATA RCMMelilla, and we're going to see that today. And I know some of the Spanish are laughing at me. I just tried to learn the words to say it pronounced in Spanish 2 minutes ago, and that's pretty hard. We're going into a regatta. That's we're going to have 4 races in the qualifications. There's going to be 2 groups, so you can see Group B on Esailing TV channel 2. If you go into our YouTube channel, you will be able to see both groups at the same time on YouTube. Norman Jandowski are on channel 2 and Thomas Bjørn here on channel 1. I'm going to follow Group A, and we're going into a J70, and I can see the group are already getting started. So let's go in and have a presentation of what's going on there. This is Yasim. He is the organizer of the race, and it looks like he's just here as an organizer in this race. So it's because I got into the stream. So let's just go straight out of it. It sometimes happens. We know that we are joining in the race, but let's go in and find it again. Yasim is the organizer of this club race. There is 40 skippers registered in it. There we have it. 17 seconds to start. Yasim, he's here in the white boat. Andreas, Azul. Then we have Israel. But let's go into it. So let's watch it from the top. 5 seconds to start. We'll go into the skippers in a few seconds. There we go. A good start here. 3 penalties. Elaine, Emira, Regus, Andreas and Carlos with a penalty. That's a slowdown. They are starting in the J70. The J70 is one of the boats we are going to see a lot in most of the races here. And it's known as a tactical and strategic boat. It has a wind shear of 30 meters peak. That's the wide area behind you. It has an upwind race in best VMG between 5.9 and 6.1. Average 6.0 we normally say, and we can see Yasim, who is in the lead at the moment, is hitting that. Carlos is hitting that. It's going downwind. We can see speed difference when we're going downwind, switching from 8 knots to 15 knots. It's all about the wind and the wind coming into it. We have a split fleet at the moment. Andreas, who had a penalty in the start, went going to the right hand side. We can see Yasim, we can see Azul, F. Martinez, Jimmy, and also Aitana going to the left hand side, and they're actually going into lighter wind, where the boats here on the right hand side are in the darker wind. How can we see that? We can see that in the radar up in the top left corner. When it's a dark area, there's a harder breeze. When it's a light area, there's a lighter breeze. Let's go a little bit closer here. This is Andreas. He's currently in 12th. He's placed himself in a good position. The wind is shifting in his favor. The wind is coming from right towards left into his sails. What will happen? Will he be able to come up in positions? Right now 11, winning 1 position. I think he will be around 4, maybe 3rd position if everything goes right. Opposite side, Yasim is battling together with the Azul, the yellow boat, and the green boat, who is F. Martinez. No, Andreas is doing an attack upwind. I might have kept my position to pressure the other, but this time he's going to the right-hand side, and he needs, in this case, to go outside of the ley line, then tack towards that top mark and come in, and you can see that extra tack. No, he's doing it too early. Maybe that will be costly. There's a wind shift, but that tack took him a slowdown. He's currently in 10, and it looks like he will drop to 7 instead of be in top 4. But let's see what's happening. He's coming in starboard tack, position 9 at the moment. Tina needs to go behind him, so he's in 7. Paco needs to go behind him also. Carlos is in front of him. Yasim rounding the top mark first, and then we can see Andreas coming in, but he needs to do 2 extra tacks. So that is costly, and now he's caught in starboard. Wow, so close. He's getting a penalty by Paco. A penalty to F. Martinez by sailing in front of Carlos. Also, Jamie getting a penalty by Andreas. Andreas in 5th, and he sneaks up in 4th, ready to go downwind. Good downwind race by Yasim. He is in the lead at the moment at the 1st position. Azul in 2nd, Carlos in 3rd. Let's keep an eye behind here. Andreas in 4th, F. Martinez, Paco. Then we have Jamie. Oh, one guy missing that mark. Too early to press best VMG for Elena. Then Jamie in 9, Alfonso Jardins in 8. Then we have Itina in 7. A split in the fleet. We have a gap into 3 groups. It's like watching a race of cycling. We have group 1, number 1, that's Yasim, that's Azul and Carlos, and Yasim is going away from them. Oh, a penalty here to Andreas in the battle against Paco. Then we have the group with Paco, Martinez, Andreas, Atina, Alfonso, and Jamie, and the following group behind. So let's keep here with the 2 groups in the lead. Right now, rounding the gate mark, Yasim are in the lead. No penalties, no unforced penalty. Azul in 2nd, Carlos in 3rd. If Martinez coming in 4th, Paco is going to pressure him. Coming from priority here, just splitting up. Interesting, unforced penalty by Martinez. So not that interesting anyhow, but he went to the right-hand side, hit the mark, unforced penalty. That will slow him down. He will lose 8 meters extras, but how much is he losing for going to the wrong side? Then we see one boat going upwind at the moment. That's Jamie. He needs to turn his boat. So his boat slowed up and didn't have speed into the sails. It's all about capturing that wind into the sails. Yasim in the lead. Azul in 4th. Carlos in 2nd. Alfonso in 9, Paco in 5th, and then we have F. Martinez in 3rd, Itina in 6th, and Andreas in 7. They're getting ready to tack towards the top mark. It's a long upwind, so in the J70, the strategy in the long upwind is all about make sure you are where the wind are, and the wind are in the left-hand side, where we see Azul and Yasim coming in with speed. They are battling for it. They are really getting ready to it. So let's see how they will end up when they're coming towards top mark. We're right now following Azul. He's in 3rd. We can see Yasim. He is in the lead here. Yasim, he is closest to the mark, and I have to say he can race away from the others when he's going downwind, and they will not have a chance to capture him, so he will win this race. But Azul in 3rd, Carlos in 2nd. Carlos will drop to 3rd because he chosen to go into the lighter wind, where Azul went into the harder breeze, and then he sailed the shortest distance upwind. Rounding that mark is Yasim coming 1st, Azul coming in 2nd, Carlos coming third. What you're watching is the local Spanish club, Real Club Martimo Melilla racing here, and there are 14 skippers in the club. They are right now not allowed to race at the moment. You will see we have 2 streams on Twitter. We have 2 streams on YouTube. If you go into Twitter or YouTube, you can see both groups. This is Group A or Grupo A, and Norman Szydorski having Group B on the other channel. So we are getting ready here. Rounding the mark, we can see Azul in second, Paco in fifth. We have Alfonso in fourth, but it's Yacim winning it. Azul will get second, Carlos will get third, but we have a battle for fourth. Alfonso is going to battle back Paco. Israel coming around 7, Martinez 6. Well, let's see if this battle coming in. The J17 has a wind shadow. There's 30 meters peak, so when they are driving down towards the finish line, they're racing for here now, we will see and then impact on Alfonso. No, yeah, Paco is coming in here. See the speed difference. Alfonso 13.9, Paco 15.9, 16.0. That's almost 3 knots difference in speed, and that's very much in the J17. So he is sneaking in, taking fourth, going in front of Alfonso. That was a textbook attack downwind. Use that wind shadow to capturing up his frenemy here, Alfonso, in that wind shadow, sneaking in, but Alfonso jogged away straight away, so he's back in fourth, so Paco needs to do another attack. Way to go by Alfonso. That means he just managed to keep fourth. Paco coming in fifth. 6 will be Israel. Let's go a little bit down in the group here. 7, F. Martinez. 8, Andreas. Then Jamin, he's coming in 9th. We have Bankak coming in 10. Elena is in 13. Emira coming in here. Elena and YBD are battling it out for 13. Klopp is last. Has forgot to round the mark. Sneaking up. But we have to say, this is a sailing club doing an event. So some of the players has just entered the game of virtual Regatta Inshore. There we go here. YBD coming in 14, Amira coming in 15. So, in race number 1, Yacim with a victory, Azul in second, Carlos in third, Alfonso in fourth, Paco in fifth, Israel in sixth, Martinez in 7, then we have Andreas 8, Jamin coming in 9, Blanca in 10th, Aitana coming in 11, Albamur 12, Elena 13, YBD 14, Emira 15, and Klopp still racing will come in position 16. Watching the stats, Elena had the best start, Yacim had the best average speed, Israel sailing the shortest distance, and that's quite interesting stats because the winner is Yacim, but he didn't sail the shortest distance. That was Israel. Israel came in 6th, and see how good a race he actually had. He had the worst start of ever. He started in let's see. He started in position 3. Then he got a penalty, dropped down to last position, and from last position he battling himself out to 6th. So that's a very impressive race by Israel. So way to go, that's good racing. So what we are watching now is a regatta from Real Club Martina Melilla coming in here, and let's see here. They are organizing 2 groups, 2 grouper, where they're doing 4 races in each group, and when they're done with this race, top 10 of each race will go into a grand finale with 3 races also. So this is 4 races back to back, and when we see the format here in sail racks, we can see there's 1 discard after 4 races. So the baddest race they are doing, they will get out of this race. So Yacim with 1 point, that's the winning. Azul 2 points, Carlos 3 points, and so on. And then we have some players. There was DNS, Klopp got DNS, but I just think he's getting in 16. So let's get ready to race number 2. I know these race officers, they are really good at organizing things, so they will pretty fast coming up with next race. So we will try to find the server. This looks like the other group where Norman Jendorski are in. He's following group 2, and remember, you can see both groups on Twitter and YouTube. So if you go to Esailing TV's YouTube channel or Twitter channel, you can see both group at the same time in 2 windows. Or you can go to our Twitch channels. That's Esailing TV on one of the channels, and Esailing TV _2 is Twitch channel 2. If you have any questions or anything, please write in the chat. Then I will get a notification up here what you're writing. You can also cheer on some of your friends, what they're doing, how they're winning, and who is winning the race. We are getting ready for race number 2, and while we're doing that, it's going to be a 49er. Again, a Kuhl boat coming in, and this Kuhl boat is a fast boat coming up, and that's how we're going to see. So we're just wow, Portugal, there we go. This is the group we're going in to see. While we're waiting, some of you already asked in the chat, where can we follow you, where can we subscribe? You can do it here. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you Esailing fans around the world. Welcome to Esailing TV. We are in Marseille, we are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophy. So that's a hot one. Penalty to Lilo, 14. Most of the boats are in the committee boat, sailing into each other. Massive penalties in this start.
Good start. This is superb. And look at the speed of the Spanish. From the start, and remember they're trying to hit that 0.
So if you really want to see what we're doing, don't hesitate. We are here all day, all night, and you can go in and get your race streamed. In these Corona times and this lockdown period, we have organized this way on Esailing TV that all who's contacting us with an email 1 or 2 days before time, they will get on our big list. I have a huge list over here. We need to do the old school way, writing up all the events coming up. Then we will gladly stream it for free. All of this to support you guys, and we love to support you guys out there. So please support us by subscribing our channels. Race coming up. This is the 49er. Let's look at this fantastic boat. It's a Kuhl boat. It's also an international class boat, an Olympic boat that's coming in. Normally there are 2 skippers on a 49er, but in this case there's 1 person behind it, behind the screen, steering it with the fingers. Upwind, it has 11.7 knots. It has a wind shadow that's 23 meters big. Strategic, it's all about doing a good upwind race and good downwind race. You cannot use your wind shadow that much for an attack. For new players or new watchers, this is Yasim organizing this group. Andreas coming in. Yasim, he won the first race. Then we have Emira. Azul is currently in second. He's outside in this red zone. And being outside in this red zone 1 minute before time gives you a penalty. This penalty gives you 11 seconds slowdown. Blanca, we have a YBD. We have this time Christina coming in. Fantastic to see all these female players. Albamura, Carlos, Altina, Paco, Club, Elena, Israel, Alfonso, and there are now 15 seconds to start. 10 seconds. The boats are clustering up at the committee boat. 2 boats did a false start and hit the committee boat, so that's a slowdown. 3 seconds to start. There we go. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 penalties, 9 penalties in the start. That means we have already a split in the group. In the lead, Yasim together with YBND, but it's Aitana doing the best start. Carlos going to the right-hand side, followed by Christina, Andreas, and Israel. So a split fleet, 4 boats choosing go to the right-hand side. Rest of the fleet going to the left-hand side. A penalty in the middle to Amira here for sailing in front of Blanca, which came from a starboard tack. So the rules of starboard and port side also fits into this game, because this game looks like real sailing, like 96%. There's been a small study on it. So that's amazing. The rules are trying to follow the real sailing rules, but remember, you cannot protest in this game like in sailing, because here it is an algorithm telling you got a penalty. Yasim caught outside of the ley line. You did see he crossed up towards the top mark, but then there was a wind shift coming in. Does this mean YBD is in the lead? Israel, we're just trying to go into the middle to see here, coming in the middle in 10 at the moment. So which side and where is best to be? Watch the wind sucks up there. The radar is an estimate, saying what will happen within the next 10 to 12 seconds. And right now it looks like those boats here, those skippers here, are getting the wind over the side, but they are in lighter wind, where the boats in the right hand side also getting the wind over the side, but are in a darker wind. And all about where the wind is coming from, if you're getting it over the side or over the nose, means how long a distance you're sailing. Velocity made good or best VMG is only the optimal speed in the Q&D angle, in the best optimal angle towards the mark, but it's not sailing the shortest distance, because it's all about if you're getting the wind over the nose or over the side. Azul with a penalty here. Rounding the mark. Paco came from a starboard tack. Azul was caught in there. Another penalty handed out to YBD by Paco. A little bit panic here. They're going into a small panic. We can see that means Yasim sneaking away from the others. Again, way ahead in the 49er. It's not a surprise, because Yasim is one of the top players in the whole Spanish community. He's also helping organizing this in his local club. Paco in second, got that penalty for hitting the mark. Unforced penalty. Massive penalty. YBD with another penalty. Again, Azul also with it. This means the fleet is split into 3 parts. The leading boat in the lead, and the followers in a group, and then we have the rest of the fleet coming in. So which side to go to here? As I spoke about, you can win in the 49er about doing a good upwind and a good downwind race. Again, what's the wind intelligence up there? It's all about to be in the dark area. So the boats like Paco sailing into a harder breeze. When he jibes down towards that mark, he will get the best speed into his sails. 16.8. Let's watch the opposite side. 18.1. It's a very hard breeze over here. 19.5. See, Paco not getting the wind from behind, but getting it over the side when they had the spinnaker up. This means Elena coming in second. Good race by her. Alfonso in third. Carlos coming in. Penalty to Alba Moore. Tina, we have a huge changing positions coming up here. Blanca with a penalty by Andreas. Andreas coming in. Paco going upwind. Unlucky for Andreas. He just tried to maneuvering around Paco instead of sailing into him. And that means Andreas got that penalty instead of Paco. Alfonso in second. He needs to tag up towards that top mark now. There he goes. A little bit late, but he's a little bit outside of the ley line. Is that good or bad? He is in a harder breeze. But when he's coming up to the top mark, he can tack a little bit and change the angle of his boat in towards the mark, and then he will sail faster than best VMG. You can see Yasim is his best VMG, 10.6. Alfonso, 11.0. Elena coming in here. So Alfonso, when he changes his angle and getting closer, he will get much speed into it. There's no doubt Yasim is going to win the 49 also. So we will keep the excitement out for second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. That's interesting, because Number 2, number 3, number 4 are in between, are close enough for each other, 14 meters in between them, so they all can capture each other downwind. And one of them, Alfonso, is way outside of the mark. See, now he's going in. See, he's speeding up because he's getting the wind more over the sails now. 11.9, and there too much. And then he's doing his tack around that mark. Good rounding. Elena in 3rd, Carlos in 4th. Israel coming in 7 here. Azul on the inside. Good turning. Andreas dropping to 5th. Azul in to 6th. Azul in 5th. Israel coming in 7. That's very close for the position for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7. Who will take that? Yasim is taking the victory, but who will take the next positions? And again, which side to go to? Oh, Andreas with a penalty. Israel sailed into him at the right moment. This is an e-sport, not a sailing. Then we have a battle here. Elena needs to defend herself against Azul. When she jibes, she will get wind shadow by Azul, so Azul will follow her all the way to the ley line. So and also has a chance to penalize Elena. So if I was Elena, I would slow down the boat, go behind Azul. We have a battle on the opposite side also. That's Alfonso battling with Carlos. Alfonso going away, and see there, he jibes down towards the mark. Carlos coming in. We can't see the wind shadow, but the wind shadow is capped. No, Alfonso just outside of the wind shadow. So good move. They're coming in starboard tack, but see Azul coming with more speed. Elena got that penalty, as I said. She got it when she jibed down towards the mark. Who will get 2nd? Alfonso in 3rd. Azul coming in. It's a close race. Azul, Alfonso. Azul is taking 2nd. Alfonso 3rd. Carlos 4th. Elena 5th. I have to say, Elena, good race by her here. A 6 to Albamura. Israel 7. Blanca 8. Andreas coming in 9. The next boat coming in here, it's Emira. Then we have YBD. We have Itina coming in. We have Klopp in 12th. And Christina Padilla coming in 15. And to all our Spanish fans out there, sorry for the pronunciation. We are from the northern part of Europe, from Denmark. So we will try to learn to say it in the Spanish terms when we can do it. Good race we had here. Yasim with a victory. Azul in 2nd. Alonso 3rd. Carlos 4th. Elena 5th. Albamura 6th. Israel 7. Blanca 8. Andreas 9. Paco 10. Aitana 11. Klopp 12. YBD 13. Amira 14. Christina 15. Stats, Yasim best start, best average speed, but Klopp sailed the shortest distance. That's interesting. Azul not 8 penalties, but got 3 penalties as I remember, but still 3 penalties and ending up 2nd. That's a fantastic race by Azul. So congratulations with that. And let's see who sailed the shortest distance. That was Klump, and he came in 12th. So he actually did a good race, but he didn't have all the speed into it. As I remember, he did some big mistakes going upwind in some of the corners. So let's go in and see. This is the scoreboard. The result is coming up in a few seconds. And that's going to be very, very interesting what's going to happen here. Yasim won the first race. He also winning the second race. So when they have upgraded the scoreboard, we'll see him with 2 points. They're doing 4 races back to back. Discard after race number 4. Top 10 will go into a final. And that's very interesting how they will do that, because the final will be the 20 best skippers in the club. And right now we are actually seeing a high level for a lot of the players in Group A. Group B, if you want to watch that, then you need to go to Esailing TV channel 2. You can see that also on YouTube, and you can see it on Twitter, or going to Twitch TV _2 to watch it live. We are streaming this Regata Real Club REGATA coming in here, and we can see Yasim are in the lead of Group A, Azul in 2nd, Alfonso in 3rd, Carlos in 4th, Israel 5th, Paco 6, F. Martinez 7, Andreas 8, Elena 9, and Alba Moore coming in 10. So good start for them. Next race coming up is a Nacra 17. A Nacra 17 is a fast boat, it's a foil boat, so we're going to see a whole other type of race, really going to speed up, and there will be a hard speed on it when it's coming in. We're just waiting for Yasip to create his server, so we are ready to watch them. You can see a lot of players in here having fun playing it tonight. A lot of Spanish players. In Spain, they've also been isolated at home, like Denmark, like Great Britain, like some parts of the USA, like France. So a lot of them are playing. But the difference from Spain and rest of Europe is in Spain, the federation is supporting e-sailing. And they're supporting it by helping out or doing it together with the community. And doing e-sailing together with communities are very, very cool, because then things will grow. And congratulations to the Spanish Federation of doing that. That's really a good example of how you can grow things together. While we're waiting for the next race to come up, this is what we're doing on Esailing TV, so please stay tuned. We are in Marseille, we are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophies.
Okay, listen guys, let's stop messing around. Look. World champion, Velista 71 from Italy. And what a tremendous performance from Italy. They've got gold and they got bronze with...
So on Esailing TV, we are the station that actually have been doing 2 of the World Championship. We are building up Esail GP and helping Sail GP with their campaign. So what we're doing here is we are helping out all the communities to grow up e-sailing around the world, especially in these lockdown periods, so all of you can get entertained and have some fun. So please go in and subscribe our channels so you can see everything we're doing. We're just waiting to find the server with the Yasimp he is creating at the moment. Right now we haven't found it yet. We can see a group of B is coming in, so we're just waiting for the race to come up. And if you should have any questions or anything, or just cheering on your friends, please write us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, because then you can get the message direct in studio and we can tell everybody about it. That's the way it works. We are waiting for the servers coming up. There's a lot of servers in here at the moment, but the server we are looking for has not been created yet. So we're just waiting for the admins to get ready for the race. And it's quite good because it's the first time they're doing this regatta in the club. So we have all the time in the world, all the time. So don't worry, we are here all night anyhow. So better you give time and do something that is great than you are getting stressed about. You need to be ready because you're on live TV. Questions, chat, anything, write directly to us and we will be ready. We are just searching for the race to come up here. We are just saying here, Group A should be started now. So why haven't we found Group A? Where are they? They are not racing at the moment. So that's Group B with Avari top, but where is Group A? It looks like the race has been created. We're just, we also read Spanish a little bit. We're starting learning different languages. So let's see if we can find it coming in. Interesting to see where they are. This is we haven't found them yet, so maybe they are already racing. No, we can't find them yet, so we're just waiting to see if we can see Group A here. It's there's a lot of servers on. Oh, that's us. We missed it. Sorry, guys. I found it. Here we are in the NACRA 17. They're going upwind. It looks like we had a good start for Christina, Elena, and Aitina, and then we have Paco in the lead. So we're not having a seat in there. That's why we couldn't find it. He's in 9th position at the moment. Paco coming first. This is a J17. The J17 is a foil boat. It's fast. Upwind 14.5. Downwind we will see speed on 20 knots, 23.8 knots. Athena is coming in here in second, so a whole new leading group. Paco coming first. It's the first rounding. Athena coming in. Yasim with a penalty. Elena coming in. Penalty to Andreas. A penalty to Elena also. So we're going to have some new boats in the lead. It looks like Paco, Athena, or penalty to Israel. Missing the mark. Penalty to Azul. Christina coming in third. And see, this is going fast downwind. It's a long downwind race. So it's all about, again, being the wind. You only have a wind shadow that's 22 meters big. And that's pretty hard to do. Andreas coming in fourth. Alonso in trying to attack Christina Diaz in second. Yasim ready to battling out. He's queuing in fifth. But it's Athena in the lead. Elena in second. It's good to see 2 female skippers in top 8. That's impressive. Athena, no. Christina pressed the best VMD button too early. So she's losing position, dropping to 5th. Elena takes over in 4th. Yasip now in second. When you're steering the J17, it's like steering, racing a race car, going to drift around the mark when you're going to do that. And that's how it feels steering like this. We have a small split. We have one boat going to the right-hand side. That's the leading boat. Yasip in the middle. Alfonso also going towards the middle. We can see Paco lost everything in the top. Currently in last position. Let's go to the leading boat here. Up here, Athena was in the lead. And right now it looks like he did a wrong move going to the right-hand side. And he tacks it towards the mark. He is in lighter wind. He has the wind against his nose. And in the J70, that's very costly. See, he's losing meters, 20 meters, 22 meters, 24 meters, 28 meters right now. He's losing momentum, and Yasim is getting all the speed into the sails and sailing the shortest distance. You can see they're sailing the same speed, 14.1, 14.8, but it's all about where the wind is coming from, who is in the lead. But let's see, Athena is coming in, winning momentum back, much more speed, changing the angle, capturing the wind, just defended first position, attacking Yasim. That is an e-sport move. Congratulations, Athena. We are loving you already. Good attack on Yasim. We know it's not sailing, it's an e-sport. Alfonso also got attacked by Elena. Elena pressed best VMD button a little bit too early, so she made a small move. Going downwind for the victory. That is Athena in the lead. Good penalty on Yasim there. Very good move. I have to say, it's an e-sport. So great move. Yasim in second, Elena in third, Alfonso in fourth, Andreas in sixth, and then we have Klopp in fourth. But it's going to be a win for Athena. Great win there, penalizing Yasim at the top mark. But it's going to be a close call. Who will take second? Who will take third? Yasim coming in, taking second, Elena third. It's going so much fast, 24.5 knots coming downwind. Christina in fifth. Let's go a little bit down in the fleet. This is Carlos. This is F. Martinez. Azul coming in 9. Had been having 2 second places and this time a 9th position. Luckily for him, there will be a discard in this race. Alba Moore in 11. Let's see. We have Paco all by himself here. Racing, enjoying muchos tapas while he's sailing in to the finish line. A funny story, I went to Barcelona 3 years ago, and I heard tapas was very good, and we came to this tapas restaurant, and then I didn't know how to order it, so we ordered just one of each. Actually, eight names on the list because we couldn't do Spanish. But one thing I understood was when the waiter said to me, "You ordered muchos tapas," and then we just smiled and said, "Yes, we love muchos tapas," and it was tasteful. Aitena in the lead with a victory. Yasim second, Elena third, Alfonso in fourth, Christina in fifth, Club in sixth. Amira in 7, Andreas 8, Azul 9, Carlos 10, Alba Moore 11, Israel 12, Paco 13, and F. Martinez 14. Best start for Israel. Sailed the shortest distance was Yassib, but he lost because of the leading boat penalizing him, and Aitena penalized him like real esport at the top mark and winning this race. So that's good. That's what we like here on the channel. So, Aitena with a victory. Good race. That was race number 3. And let's go into the grouper here and see. That's a good win for Aitena. He is currently in 13. So we'll go up in the race. And they just created the next race. So we will be ready to watch it in a few seconds. But let's see the scoreboard when it's coming up. Yasim didn't win this race, got second. Azul got 9. Remember, there will be a discard after race number 4. Top 10 will go into the grand final. If you want to watch Group B, then go to YouTube or our Twitter account. Then you can watch Group B at the same time while you're watching Group A. Yasim in the lead with 4 points, Alfonso 11 points, Azul 13 points, Carla 17 points, Elena 21 points, Aitena 23 points, Israel 25 points, Andreas 25 points, F. Martinez 27 points. But when we are coming into the last race, there will be a discard, so the baddest result you have will be removed. That means a person like Alba Moore, if he's doing a great result in this race, he might end up in top 10. We will fast going in to see if we can find a group with Yasim, because there are so much activity in the servers now. Amazing to see. Very glad to see all this activity. So we will get ready for race number 4. And race number 4 is going to be in the J70. So we're going back to a keel boat, strategic keel boat that is ready to action. Exciting what's happening all over in Group B, but when we are done and we've had the winners, we will invite Norman in the studio here, Norman Sindorski, that's following Group B, and invite him in here so he will co-commentate the grand final together with me today. So we are waiting for the group. It might be created in a few seconds. It should be up and running in 3 minutes, so it's coming up in a few seconds. The Portuguese are getting ready, and when we're speaking about the Portuguese, tomorrow there will be a J17 stream from the morning, 10 in the morning here Paris time, and for around 4 hours, 180 skippers has signed up for the event, and it will be live here on Esailing TV. And that's maybe why we have so much action, so much going on the servers at the moment with Portuguese boat, because they are getting ready to practice and getting ready for the race tomorrow. Still waiting for our server to be created, so we will just wait up to see when we are getting ready with it. If you have any questions, comments, please write in the chat. Also, if you just want to say something in Spanish to all the Spanish viewers here, you can also write it in Spanish. I can't translate it, then they all will get the notification, because it's cross-shared on all our platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch and Twitter, the way we're doing here. So if you're sitting there, please write us, please say hello to everybody, have some fun, and that's what we are to do here. We are waiting for the group. The group should be created in 2 minutes. Then it should be ready, according to what we are saying here. Created 1843, so we are going to wait around 1 minute for that. While we're waiting for that, right now, CLDP qualifier is running. We are going to stream tonight after this race, 9 in the evening. We are going to stream the CLTP qualifier. So if you want to see yourself in that competition, join in. But it's all about being in top 8, because then you will win and experience this. So being in top 8 in the CLTP qualifier, ECLTP 2020 pop-up qualifier that's running on Virtual Regatta right now. If you are in top 8, you will automatically qualify to the World Championship playoffs in September. If you're winning it, you will go to the grand final where you play for a direct spot for the World Championship. And that's how the cookie crumbles. I can see Group B is created, so Group A might be created in a few sec. Group A might come up in a few sec. A lot of Americans also are playing at the moment, so that's very cool to see. We are trying to find it. A very top is there, that's Group B, but we are trying to find your sim group, and it should be created. So where are they hiding up at the moment? So there we go. This might be, that's Group B. So we're just waiting to find the group. Right now we can see there are some people writing in the chat, hey, we can't find it. We are, they're not. We are, they're not. So we are just, it's not just us looking for the group at the moment. We want to see the start in the J70 coming up. There we have it. The group is created, so let's get ready to rumble. This is Esailing TV. This is the club regatta in Real Club Martino Miela. Oh, I'm almost getting better. I can hear the last one is not in perfect now, but it's again amazing to see one club doing a race together here as a club members. 14 skippers for the start, having fun, and of course we also want to show that we're not only showing top races in the world, but we're also supporting all the communities, all the sailing club around the world, and this is one of them. This is the last race. This is the last race coming up. This is the last race coming up before they're going into the grand final. So it's all about being in top 10. Top 10 of the group will go into the grand final, where there will be 3 races back to back and a middle race. Let's see who will be. Right now, I'm pretty sure Yasim will be one of them. Israel needs to fight for it. If Martinez also, Christina is in a position where she can go into the YBD also. Paco here, Carlos, Azul just got a 9th place, but when there's a discard after this race, if he's doing a great result, he will be in top 10. Abamura, Alfonso currently in 2nd, but he needs to take care and really pressuring it, because there it will be a discard. Andreas, Aetina just won the last race. Ilana and Club coming in. So the race will be started in a few sec. We're just seeing the race officer Yasim writing, hey, I'm going to start the race now. So who will win? this J17. 14 skippers from the start. Top 10 in this group will go to the grand final. So 4 of these skippers we are watching this race will not join us in the next part of the stream. But it's exciting who's coming in, and also exciting who's from Group B qualified. And on Group B we'll have Norman Shindorski. He's sending that live at the moment. He is on Esailing TV channel 2. Go to our YouTube or our Twitter. Then you can see both streams at the same time. 30 seconds coming up. The J17, a cool boat, a slow boat, 6 knots upwind. Downwind we will hit around 15 knots when there's a good wind, and that's the average speed we are normally seeing. And then we will also see it speed up quite fast. You win this race by doing an okay upwind race, but it's the downwind you need to focus on. That's where the winner will be found. Most of the boats clustering up at the committee boat. 3 penalties at the moment for sailing into the other boats, and that's costing 4 penalties. It's just before the start, so they will get a slow start. Who's the green boat coming up here? F. Martinez going to the right-hand side, trying to go away from the other. Oh, he needs to tack away straight away, or else he will get a penalty by Elena. Albamura with the best start. He's all by himself here in the left-hand side. A good lefty start at that starting line. But it's Andreas who's now in the lead. He's caught in the middle here. And let's see here. He's going to the right-hand side. So Andreas taking a chance, and he's going into a harder breeze. Watch that radar. Splitting up the fleet in 2 parts. One going to the left, one going to the right. But we can also see on the light pattern up there, there will be a wind shift. Yes, Simp also in this side. Andreas crossing in, tacking up again, trying to put himself in the middle, and when he's going to tack in towards the top mark, he hopes to be in front of Simp. Albamura in the lead again. He is here in the opposite side, going to the left-hand side, and when he tacks up, he needs to keep an eye on Elena and F. Martinez. F. Martinez and Elena is coming from a starboard tack, so when he tacks up, they have a chance to penalize him. Wind shift coming. See how the ley line is moving with Albamura. He needs to tack up now, or else he will lose momentum in total. See, we can see F. Martinez is doing. Elena tacking up. Albamura is tacking up now. He's doing it outside of the ley line. Bad or good idea? Let's see when we're coming up there. But one thing is for sure, he's currently in the lead, and when he needs to come into the top mark, he can just change the angle of the boat, sail a little bit faster, but it looks like the wind is shifting again and the ley line is moving out to him. But it's not a good wind shift. The wind is going against his nose, but it's also doing that for the rest of the fleet. So who will sail the shortest distance upwind? Right now, from position 1 to position 4, there's only 15 meters in between the boats. Then we have the other group with Paco in the lead, Yasim, Carlos, Azul, and White BD. They are group 2. And the last part of the fleet, Alonso, Atina, Israel, Club, and Christina. So the fleet is divided into 3 parts. Right now, we can see here Albamura losing momentum to the boats in the opposite side. Carlos in 7, but according to server, Andreas, who is here in the middle, are in the lead, but he needs to do 2 tacks to come into that top mark. Those 2 tacks will be costly, because every time you tack, you slow down around 3 knots. Let's see when he tacks up. See, he's tacking up 2.8, and it takes 6 seconds to speed up, but he just managed to be in the lead. Good rounding by Andreas. Yassib in 2nd, Paco in 3rd, and Albamura is caught now. Their penalty, because Azul came from a starboard tack, and Albamura went into panic, did a 360, spinning around, dropping to 3rd. He was in the lead for a long time, and now he went upwind and are in last position. So from the first position to the last position. Andreas in the lead, Yasim in 2nd, Paco coming in, Carlos, Azul. That's the leading group. If Martinez has a chance to hang on tight to the group, they're splitting up. The wind shadow is 30 meters big, and see one thing here. Carlos caught a wind shadow by Martinez. 0.6 knots difference in speed, and when you're very close to your opponent, there will be around 3 knots in difference in speed. Paco 7.9, Azul 7.9. Paco just outside of the wind shadow of Azul. He needs to change the angle of the boat to get in there. There's a wind shift. This side is in a lighter wind, the opposite side in a harder breeze. Yasim 11 knots. F. Martinez 10.3, and see Andreas and company all over there. Paco only 6 knots, 8 knots. Oh, Carlos coming in. We need to see this battle here. Andreas, Carlos, and a battle with Paco and Azul. 4 skippers battling it out. They want to penalize each other. That means F. Martinez coming in the harder breeze, going in second, while the other boats are battling. Azul going away from the battle. Paco wants to follow the 2 boats in front of him, Carlos and Andreas. Andreas, he gets a penalty now. There he gets it, because Carlos, when he jibes down, he had the right away. So Andreas, he thought he was in the lead, pushing Carlos away, but he was actually not. Boats rounding here. Azul 3rd, Paco 5th, Israel coming in, good rounding there, Alfonso in 8th. Alfonso needs to get a better position not to drop out of top 10 when they are done with this race. Let's see here. It looks like Yasim is sneaking away from the fleet. He's all by himself and he's so much ahead that he will win the race. But 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, they are very close up to decide who is going to have a better position than the other boat. Yasim coming first, Martinez 2nd, Carlos 3rd, Paco, Andreas, and when we're going down here, Azul, Israel, Alfonso, and then we have Elena coming in 10. Going upwind, Yasim coming here in the white boat. He is in the lead with 60 meters. And he's losing momentum at the moment. He's losing momentum to Andreas. Andreas is here in the right-hand side. And that's an interesting thing we are going to watch here. Andreas is tacking towards the mark. He's having the wind over the sails. And see, he's getting closer and closer to Yasim. 16, 14, 12, 10. Yasim is losing it. Andreas is sailing the shortest distance. He took a chance, went to the right-hand side. And now he's getting the wind over the sails. And he's also sailing in another angle than best VMT, so he's speeding up, and now he is in the lead. Way to go by Andreas, good upwind race, very good upwind race by him. Yasim, he might drop down, he's currently in the lead, but let's see when they're coming closer to that mark. Andreas losing momentum again, Yasim speeding up, he's doing the same trick, going a little bit outside of the ley line, putting his boat in an angle where he's not sailing with best VNG but with the wind over the sails. So he's winning back the momentum. 7 knots upwind, 7.2. Speeding up. Yasim hitting maximum with 7.5. And defense is leading position. Andreas in 2nd, but that's also amazing because he came all the way from behind and winning 2nd. Rounding the mark, Paco on the inside, and that's why Azul got that penalty, because in a mark rounding, the boat on the inside have to ride away, so Azul got a penalty on that. Elena with a penalty for sailing into Martinez, which came from a starboard tack. Carlos in 6th, Alfonso now in 4th, so he might listen to us what we said. He needs to speed up and get a better position to end up in top 10. Yasim is going to win. Andreas is going to take 2nd, but we have a battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Paco going in front of Alfonso. 2 knots in speed in different. Alfonso following Paco, and now Azul and Carlos coming in. 4 boats in that battle. Azul attacking Paco. Alfonso sneaks away, but it's caught by Carlos, so Carlos is following him. Paco caught in wind shadow. New boat coming in that battle. Martinez coming in. Let's keep an eye on the yellow boat Azul. He's trying to sneak away. Martinez sneaks up to 3rd now. Aitana coming up, getting a penalty for sailing in front of Alfonso. So Martinez can go in and win extra positions. But see who sneaks away into a harder breeze. It's the dark area over there. It's Azul getting 2nd. Andreas getting 2nd, Azul getting 3rd, Paco 4th. But who will get the next position? Elena with a penalty. Paco 4th, We have Martinez 5th, Alfonso 6, Athena 9, Carlos 8, Israel 6. Athena will maybe drop to 10. Let's see. Elena, Athena. Oh, we couldn't see that. It was a small jump in it. Albamura penalizing Christina just before the finish line. Christina losing 1 position. And then we have a Club having a good race, participating in it, coming in last, battling for the honor against YBD, which came in 13, and Club came in 14. So a victory to Yassim, second to Andreas, third to Azul, Paco getting 4th, Martinez 5th, we have Alfonso 6, Israel 7, Carlos 8, Athena 9, Elena 10, Albamura 11, Christina 12, YBD 13, Club 14. Best start for Azul, Yassim best average speed, maximum speed hitting that 18.1 knots was Athena. Club sailed the shortest distance again, but was losing the race. Interesting here, that's the second time we see that Club is sailing the shortest distance, but not aggressive enough to win the race. Interesting call, interesting call. Race 4 was that, and when we get the result, we'll see who will get into top 10. After that, we'll go to a small break, and then we'll come back with the grand finale with 20 skippers in that race, top 10 from each group. And in this, while we're waiting here, let's go in. This is cell ranks, so we can go in and see the groups. So let's see Group B. It's not finished yet. It's not getting the result. That's where Norman are on the other channel. But we will watch the final here on Esailing TV 1 when it's coming up. Results coming in. We're getting ready for it. Which 10 skippers from this group will go into the grand finale? We are waiting for the results. Yassim pushing them into sailranks.com. Sailranks.com, fantastic community program made to e-sailing and also sailing. It's so fantastic, so easy to upgrade the scoring in this race that you can do it while you're playing, and it doesn't take time. So if you want to use it for your event, contact sailranks.com in about up there in the contact form, and then you will get help straight away. It's used by communities around the world, the Pacific Rim, the international community, the Italians, the Americans, the Spanish, the United Arab Emirates, the Turks, I can continue, Danes, Germans, French. So it's really growing, and it's a huge program that really helps you doing things simple. We're waiting for the score to upgrade. We can see there's a lot of activities in the chat, but we're waiting for the admin to upgrade this score so we can see who's going into the final. The final will be with top 10 from each fleet. So top 10 in here right now. Remember, there will be a discard after race 4, so we can't just calculate who's going into it before the score is placed in. And there we go, the score is in. Let's see it here. With a victory with 3 points, Yassim. Azul 7 points. Alfonso with 11 points. Carlos 15 points. Andreas 18 points. Elena 18 points. Great race there. Paco 19 points. Israel 20 points. Athena 21 points. F. Martinez sneaks in 10th with 22 points. So it's goodbye to Christina, Emira, Albamura, Club, Blanca, Jamie, YBD, Amin, Mike, and Toby Melilla. So thank you for them to participating in this race. We'll go over to Group B just to see who's joining us. They haven't put in the result yet, so we're just waiting for that also to see who's coming in. So at the final, let's speak about that before going on a break. The final will be 3 races. Sorry, with a J70, a 49er, a NACRA, and then a middle race with a 49er. So a slow strategic boat in race 1, a tactic and fast boat in race 2, and a very fast boat in race 3, and going back to a tactic and a fast boat in the middle race. The points they got in the first race will maybe go over, or else they will clean the sheet. We will see that after break. You're watching Esailing TV. The grand final will be showed here on the channel. Norman Jandowski from Channel 2 will join in a few seconds. Please stay tuned. We'll be back after a break. Right now, there's the Esailing GP coming up, and to all of you Spanish fans out there, last qualifier was won by Spain, and here he is.
So just a few seconds from the start, and remember they're trying to hit that that line on zero. Clack making headway here at the start, and Cruiserlater was over early. And they are over. It is go for race number 2 of the night. Cruiserlater getting a good start, closest to us, coming into the mark on this first reach. And it is so busy, so congested, but Cruiserlater sneaks round in first. 4 seconds to go. And they are away in the final, the match racing final here in Sydney. We go with the Spaniard Cruiserlater, who's had a terrific night here in Sydney.
We are in Marseille. We are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophies.
Listen guys, let's stop messing around. Look. World champion Velista 71 from Italy. And what a tremendous performance from Italy. They got gold and they got bronze with...
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you e-sailing fans around the world. Welcome to Esailing TV. We are in Marseille. We are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophy. So that's a hot one. Penalty to Lilo, 14. Most of the boats are in the committee boat, sailing into each other. Massive penalties in this start.
From the start, and remember they're trying to hit that zero.
Of Velista 71, so we're going to see a battle of 4 boats for the reach. It's SAP Luca, it's Lucas Moore, it's Velista 71, and Jim Cars can sneak in. It's also attacking her boat. See, it's all the swords are, and they're penalizing each other. round of Village 7-1, so we're going to see a battle of four boats for the reach. It's SAPJ Luca, it's Lucas Moore, it's Village 7-1, and Jim Cars can sneak in. It's also attacking her boat. See, it's all swords, all the swords on, and they're penalizing each other.
Hello and welcome to our Esailing World Championship Final highlight show.
And Steve, I promised to keep you up with you in many ways. There you go. You lose, and you snooze. There, and he's taking the win because he's cheating. So starting in first, Esailing TV doing a great start this time. Let's go this way so the mic gets. No, don't do that with the mark again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why doing a crazy format as we're doing today?
Well, I didn't have to
To the right hand side, see the blue stars up there. And then two penalties, no, only one penalty. See the one is taking the bomb out. So Germany is Hello everybody, welcome to Esailing TV 1 Station. And we're going into the grand final of this fantastic regatta, and look who I'm invited in. That is from Channel 2, Norman Shindowski. Welcome in
Hey
studio.
Thomas, thank you for inviting me to your channel. And what a regatta I've seen here on Group B. And I don't know how your regatta was so far, but this is pretty exciting here on my end. We have the top 10 sailors up. How about you?
Very, very, very interesting. And I can see in Group B, we haven't shown that yet. Let's just go in and check the result here. I can see one of my favorite guys, Avaritop, is only in position 5.
Yep. Alvertop in 5. Art and Force, please use your rope in 3rd. Miguel Duenas in 2nd, and Gigam in 1st, and then the bottom 10 is Artco in 6th. Lajete in 7th, Shiver 750 in 8th. We have Mario Montesinos in 9th and Weil in 10th. So that's what happened, and this is how it happened.
That's amazing what's going on there, because we are going into the grand final where the top 20 skippers are coming in, and I can see they have not created it yet, so we are just waiting it to come up and see what's going on there. But we are ready for them to go into it. And I know it's the first time this regatta is created, Norman, and they're doing it in their sailing club. Normally all of those we saw today are sailors in the same club. And they're now meeting up because Spain has been locked down like Denmark, and some part of US also have been locked down. So they're not allowed to go outside and meet each other. They're not allowed to go out and sail together. So this is a fantastic way to meet up. So,
wow, that's fantastic. Yeah, I didn't know this. And in the beginning, I missed the first race. I was trying to find them, and I could not. There were so many servers running, so many custom races. And I was clicking to each one of them, and boom, they didn't show up. So I'm glad they found themselves in their regatta on their screen, and they're doing what they did. So I missed the first race, and then I streamed the rest of them. And I think it's a great concept to be able to bring the community back together like this, and having a real dugout, a real fun race, and top sailors all the way around.
Top sailors all around, and we can see there were sailors, because normally in esport we are seeing the sailors coming in and penalizing each other when they have the chance. But here it was a very clean race. But I have to say, there's one player that I was very happy about, very pleased to see, penalizing Yasimp just in a downwind race, killing him. And my heart is just bleeding for that, because that's esport and not sailing. And the difference from you and me, Norman, is I'm actually a non-sailor. I'm a broadcast TV producer, and you're actually doing sailing in real life. And how is this?
Sure do.
How is this game according to sailing and real life sailing? Playing this game.
Well, there is a huge difference, because we are not really being able to cross the way we are crossing when we're running into boats and getting penalized. So there's a huge difference that we really have to stay away from boats so we don't get penalized and or destroying our boats. I think that's one of the biggest reasons. I think the best benefit of this race is the strategies, meaning the tactics that you're learning, the starts, the rounding of the marks, reading the wind right. So a lot of tactical aspects of this game are really supportive in the real racing. That's how I would describe the benefits of this awesome virtual regatta racing.
Yeah. But that's cool to hear, because we are going to see the final, Norman, and they are joining in the servers now. 20 skippers coming in. I can see they haven't upgraded the regatta final list on sail ranks yet. That will come later. But 20 skippers coming in, and they are going to battling it out. They are all real sailors, coming from the same sailing club. And please, guys out there, I'm not Spanish. Norman, he's from the USA, sitting in Florida, Sarasota. I'm sitting in Denmark, southern part of Denmark, and we're doing this commentary, and we are in Spain right now. And it's Real Club Martino Merilla. Oh, it's almost, I can.
It's a tongue twister, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really tongue twister, special for us here in Scandinavia. And just to say, we are speaking different languages here in this room here. We're both speaking English, Scandinavian, German, but we don't speak Spanish, Norman. And when we have Alec with us in studio, we also have the Italian language with us, and Havuk, we have Turkish. And then when Cube, one of our co-commentators also, we have Belgian, we have Dutch, and we have French also. So, but Spanish we don't have yet.
So a Spanish commentator, huh? Well, if anybody's listening right now and is really interested in experiencing commentating and is able to have a good stream on their computer, maybe you want to contact Thomas. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe then Esailing TV will grow even more. Right now we are 9 persons on the station doing work around the world. Cool, let's go in game, Norman. It's not about us, it's all about this regatta coming up. 3 races back to back, a J70, a 49er, a NACRA 17, and the middle race will be a 49er. As I remember, they are cleaning out the scoreboard, so they're all starting with 0 points coming in. Interesting.
I like the concept, by the way. I like this concept of doing 4 races, then the top 10 come into the medal race that we're seeing right now. So we have 20 top sailors in the top 20 racing it out. And they're doing, what, 3 races and 1 medal race? Is that how it goes?
3 races, a medal race for the top 20 in this. That means everybody had minimum 4 races, and those going into the grand finale, the grand final here, will get 3 extra races and a medal race. And I think the medal race is only for top 10. That's the customs in Virtual Regatta Inshore in Esailing.
Right, so we have 3 races. We know that's coming up. And we know it's going to be the J70. We're looking at it right now. Then we have the 49er race after that, and we have a NACRA after that. And then the medal race to finish it out. It doesn't tell me what boat it will be.
49er.
Possibly the 49er in the medal race. Okay, and also double points for the medal race. Right on. And now they updated actually the scoreboard. We know what's happening there. So everybody, they're working on it.
Yeah, that's cool. Good organizing here, we have all the time. And Norman, you and I are going to do a fantastic event later today. We're going to stream again later, 9 in the evening, and this is what we're going to stream.
So just a few seconds from the start, and remember they're trying to hit that 0, that line on 0. Clack, making headway here at the start, and Cruiserlater was over early. And they are over. It is go for race number 2 of the night. Cruiserlater getting a good start, closest to us, coming into the mark on this first reach. And it is so busy, so congested, but Cruiserlater sneaks round in first. 4 seconds to go. And they are away in the final, the match racing final here in
Sydney. We go with the Spaniard Cruiserlator, who's had a terrific night here in Sydney.
And as Cruiserlator said, vamos! Let's get ready to rumble. This is Yasim, one of the organizers, winning group number 1. Albamura, Alfonso, Miguel Dunes, Avaritop, Hitcham, Andreas, Carlos, Maria. Is that a female sailor, Norman? We don't know. Nachete, Arco, I think that's Art, Azul. Please use rope. Then we have Itina, really doing a great job. And this was the player penalizing, yes, seemed like an esport. Elena, Paco, Silva, Albamura, and Art. So that was not Art in the British boat. What to do, Normans? 15 seconds to the start.
You need to have space. This boat requires that you give space and have space, so you're not ending up in some sort of wind shadow. You want a bit fast right now, meaning into the wind, good start, speed, boom, tack up, and you're running really nice. Look, 6.4, 3, 2, 6 knots. That's the top speed and the right angle. Yeah. And so Miguel in the lead right there, all the way to the left. Light wind on that side, though. What's going to happen, Thomas? What do you think?
Great start by Miguel here. And it looks like we have a split fleet at the moment. Carlos going to the right-hand side. And the windsocks up there, it's quite mixed, Norman. We have a lighter wind in the middle and strong breeze in the sides. Which side will the wind shift for? What to do? Which chance to take?
This is tough, because if you look at the top left, the lights are becoming lighter and lighter. So if you chose to go to the right side, you might have a really good chance to catch more wind, because it seems like this race is going to get lighter and lighter. Look at all that blue light from top. Miguel has proven himself in the Group B earlier of being one of the top racers. He actually won the regatta, so he's a really good. And please use your rope. And Artco, who are third and fourth, are super close, because they have been top racers in the B group. And Shiver as well. So look at it. All the B groups are on top. I don't know where you guys are, but
no, I can see the leading boat from Group A. Yasim, he's in currently position 16, caught in the middle here. The white boat in the opposite side. So that's not good. See here, 2 boats battling it out. Nakete and Miguel, the winner of of Group B. And Nakete, which position did he get? 3rd or 2nd?
Nachete came in 6th or 7th.
Okay, so really close battle for coming first. And right now, if that's how they continue towards the top mark, Nakete, he will win that battle, because he's on the inside when they're going to round the mark. But I think they are too long away from the region around the mark, so he will get penalized if Miguel tacks towards him and come in a starboard tack.
Which is interesting to watch. All the B group sailors are on the left side right now, being in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th, and 6th. And then we go to the right side on the course. It's all the A group sailors, and they're coming with strong winds and the wind in their sails. So they might be benefiting from sailing to the right, as I said in the beginning of the start race. So Yasim now right there, doing a great job coming down, high wind, 6 knots, good average. Also, the wind angle is in their favor. Look at the windsocks; they're going to come even more into their favor. So now the other boats that we just followed are dropping in their direction. They're also on port side. They're going to be not in a good position coming on the top mark.
But see, the whole fleet is assembled. Top 10, top 12, all of them coming at the same time to this top mark. Penalties are going to be handed out. First one to Miguel, the winner of the first group. Group B is penalized. Nakete also with a penalty. That was a very top going in. But it's Arco coming first. A very top unforced penalty hitting the mark. Hincham coming in. Please use rope. Azul, Yasim. So now it's Group A winning, Norman. Not
I told you, I said it's really interesting to watch, but then Artco and Hicham are both on Group B in the lead right now by 12 meters, 15 meters. It's going to be a downwind battle. And look at the wind. Oh, which way to go with light winds like this. And there's more light wind coming. What do?
I think I will go to the right-hand side, like please use rope, and because when I tack down, drive down towards the gate mark, I will get the wind into the sail, where if I was in the opposite side, I will not catch the wind the same way. But let's follow the speed. 11.0, oh, badly, Yasim attacking Azul attacking, please use rope. Oh, it's very close, but we have 2 boats sneaking away. That's Hicham and Arco.
Super light winds, 10.3 boat speed. That's nothing compared to boats where Atco and Yasirm are way more winds, almost not and a half faster. So it was right to go to the distance to the far side of the race course. Yasirm really nice right now, and there's the other green boat on top. This is going to be closed at the gate. There's going to be some penalties. Oh, please use your rope. Just coming through there. Watch out.
Killing two boats. Yassim and Apamur is killed by Avaitop. Avaitop is also known from the Spanish community and the international VRE community, so he's playing in a top level normally. Penalty to Avaco. Avaitop taking a 10.
Yeah. Oh, please use the rope. Got a penalty. Alvatrop got penalty. Oh, guys. Hanachete got penalty. Carlos. And that's how they scoot around that bottom gate. And now they're back up on the upwind. And it's on a good course right now. Right to left is the way to go. So be on starboard is the way to go, for sure.
Yeah. So what we're seeing Azul and we're seeing Atco doing here is the way to be. But interesting choice. Miguel is in second now. Coming up from 8. In second, Miguel Dunes. Will he go in and win? He went to the right-hand side this time. But when he's crossing, he will get the wind over the sail, but he's sailing in to a lighter wind. So
yeah, it's about time to tack now, I would say. That would be my call. I would say tack over now and sail that way if he's able to see that race course the way we're seeing it. So Miguel and Hicham, both top sailors of Group B, are in the lead in this position because they're in a better position. They're going to have the wind on their sails. And, oh, yeah, this is good. They're in a really strong position. With these other boats, Yasirm and all them, that side are having wind shadow issues. Penalty to
and wind shift. Huge wind shift. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. But it's going to come back because the wind's coming from left and from the right. So,
but see who's in the lead now.
Hicham, for sure. Yeah, doing it 12 meters before Miguel. But he has to come up. Now we're going to see it. Is he going to duck under it or is he going to scoop over it? What's going to happen? Hicham, 12 meters, he's going to go over it. Miguel, on starboard, has the right away, but is too far away to catch them. So Art now coming from behind as well, 50 meters behind. We'll find out. Now this triangle to the top gate, to the top mark, is going to get slower and smaller and smaller. So both are cramping up. But the top two...
But very interesting view. Normally we see boats in the middle, but here the fleet was split into both sides. No boats in the middle. Hicham coming first. Miguel coming second. Paco is fighting for that third position. Please use rope, and Yasip coming in. Yasip is on the inside, so he has to ride away, pushing away. Please use rope.
Close racing. Paco right there.
Penalty for hitting the mark. Penalty to Avaitop. So this means Paco can sneak in and take fourth. Art can sneak with him. But the two leading boats are going to have a match race.
Oh, no, guys. Watch out. Najita got a penalty. Oh, in the irons right there. Albomore. It's going to give penalties to these boats going backwards right now.
But let's see that battle for the victory. It's a match race. We will following the leading boats now. I know it's interesting to see what's happening behind, but it's all about points. It's all about winning. Match race coming up. 14.6, 12.4. Hicham caught in wind shadow. Will he defend that position? No, he doesn't know how to do. Wow. What did Miguel do there? He was in the lead.
I don't know. He says he's going to sail into heavier winds, I think. Now look at this. He's in the lead. Watch this. Oh, this is going to be a close call to the finish line. I'm not going to call that 4 meters, 2 meters.
0.6 faster than Miguel is than Hicham. But who will come first? Side by side, coming to the finish line. Green or black, Miguel against Hicham. It's Hicham winning it. Miguel taking second.
No, is it? Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure. Let's see when we're coming into the finish line. Yes, Simp getting third. Interesting choice here.
But Paco coming in fourth now after please use your rope trying to fight him. There's a battle for fourth and fifth at the finish line. And the rest of them guys, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Paco lost it. Please use rope to get in front of Paco. But see here, that's also interesting.
tight. This is where you're going to mess up or where you gain. Oh, look at that. Well done. No penalties. Everybody stayed clear. And Anders coming in 6th. Well done. Art goes 7th, Art 8th, Albertrop 9th, and the Izul in 10th, the way it looks. And then we have the back racer Schiffer fighting for his position. Close penalty with Carlos. Carlos gave the penalty to Schiffer. That means
it's a change. Yeah, it's very close this, but see what we're having here. The battle from behind. We just saw a penalty to Athena. Athena was one of the top leading boats in Group A, coming in last, losing that battle to Ambamura and Elena. Elena takes 16, Albamura 17, and then Athena coming in last. No hit, Hitcham won against Miguel.
Yes.
So close.
0.2 of a second.
Yeah.
Well done.
So a win to Hitcham, Miguel 2nd, Yassim 3rd, Please Use Rope 4th, Paco 5th, Andreas 6th, Artco 7, Art 8, Avari top 9, Azul 10, Silva 11, Carlos 12, Maria 13, Alfonso 14, Elena 15, Albamura 16, Athena 17, Nakete 18, and Weil 19. Both of them lost connection.
Wow.
Yeah, what could you say about those stats?
I would say Miguel did a really good start. 0.7, not the best start, but good enough, obviously, coming in second. Yassim, good average speed. That best average speed, 8.0 knots, is a really good average speed in the J70 for sure. Best max speeds, 17.7. You know how fast that is for a monohull?
Yeah.
Sheesh, it is fast. Distance sailed shortest is Hicham when he won 1.7 nautical miles. Okay. Max wind speed is 31 knots, guys. That's a lot of wind, man. Ew. Then Yassim 16 jibes and 5 penalties. Aitana, that's why you lost in the end back there. That is a big penalty score.
But see how they're switching here. Miguel had the best start, and then something happened. He dropped to position. There we go, to position 14, and then he fought his way up back to 2nd place. So that's amazing race by him. Yassim also had a bad start, started 6th, and we saw him in a position like 12 and ending up 3. So good race by the skippers.
Looks like a nice spaghetti bowl right here in the Spanish fleet, huh?
Very nice. And let's see here. Here is the scoreboard. Race number 1 coming in. There will be no discard in this. They all started with 0 points, so they all have a chance to win. So we will see a 49er in next race.
Nice. Very nice. Thomas, that was a good start, and interesting to see. If I look at the scoreboard from my end, we have 2 top from the group 2, and then Yassim from Group A. Then again, Please Rope in 4s, which is Group B. Pacon in 5th in Group A. So it seems like a lot of good switching back and forth between these 2 groups. I think it's showing that this principle of Group A, Group B works. And so great to watch. I'm looking forward to the next race. Completely different beast, 49er.
Still a cool boat, but it's a fast cool boat. And we have some stats on it because we are the geeks of the game. So a 49er has a best VMG upwind 11.7. Sometimes we see 10.7. It's all about the wind in the game. Then we also see it has a wind shadow is 23 meters big, and downwind it hits around 18.8 when it's really windy. So interesting to see what's happening with this boat.
Yeah, let's find out. They're loading up right now. Everybody's coming into the server. And that's Art right there with the pirate flag on his turquoise-looking 49er. Beautiful boat, if you can see. I love that kind of boat. It's a trampoline on each side. And the sailors in the real water, there's 2 sailors on that boat. And they jump from one side to the other side when they're tacking or jiving. It's amazing to see how these boats just fly on the water in super high speeds. I mean, it's just like a surfboard on steroids, big time.
But let's see who will win it. Will it be Miguel, registered sailor under his own name, or will it be Yassim, or will we see Azul or Avari Top come back in the race? It's a very open group. It's a very high level we are seeing from Spain. So let's see how they will perform.
Yeah, exciting. Again, it takes always a moment to get all the 20 sailors onto the same server. And, not everybody is so tech savvy as you, Thomas, or I. But it's always wonderful to see how these guys organizing these events and getting ready to rumble on this race course. And
Yeah, but we have to say one thing. Great job by the club. Great job by Yasim Avaritop and Bandito. There's doing this race tonight, helping organizing it. They're part of this sailing club, and they are doing a hell of a good job. So congratulations to the guys for bringing their club into e-sailing and in this level. In a level where we can show it on Esailing TV. So that is amazing. Great job, guys. While we're waiting, while we're speaking about Esailing TV, this is where you can follow us. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you e-sailing fans around the world. Welcome to Esailing TV. We are in Marseille, we are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophy. So that's a hot one. Penalty to Lilo, 14. Most of the boats are in the committee boat, sailing into each other. Massive penalties in this start.
Good start. This is superb. And look at the speed of the Spanish line. From the start, and remember they're trying to hit that zero. That.
And welcome back to this fantastic Spanish event. We are in race number 2 of the grand finale. It is the 49er coming up. We are in the club Real Club Martine, and then I have to say it right, Manila. Oh, I love Spanish, Norman. I just called one of the guys and he tried to learn me, but I'm not sure I learned it the right way. Race
it's
coming up.
REGATA RCMMelilla.
Melilla. You're much
Melilla,
better.
so.
You have more Spanish blood in America than we have in Denmark.
A bit more fire, my friend, a bit more fire.
Yeah. 49er coming up here.
Here we go. 1 minute. Let's go racing. Here also very important to find a spot before the start line. So from this position right here is essentially a good position to overview what happened in front of him. And then you can kind of like find your little niche, your little spot where you sail into it. From this angle, it's hard to see where you can duck into, where you can sail into to have your spot on the start line. Yes, you will have more speed, but also taking the risk of not finding your spot. Right now on the pin end, on the far end of the race course, there's way more space and also more wind. So when you see this Spanish boat right there now leading onto the front line, it's a good spot. But 16 seconds before the start,
too
you're
early.
too far, too close.
Yeah.
5, 6 penalties already before the start. That's not too bad because we have still 10 seconds to go. Most penalties will fall out before this race start. 3, 2, 1.
And 5 penalties. Carlos was one of them, but see who got the best start. Please use rope. And then we have Miguel coming in second. He's placing himself just behind him, dropping to 4th. And Hitcham getting a penalty, dropping down. That's costly in a 49er in the start. So what's going to happen here?
And look at, please use your rope to put himself right in front of Alfonso and the rest of the crew. So he's holding his position, saying, I'm not sailing away into the light winds yet.
But he's under pressure. See here.
Oh,
Yasim coming in.
Starboard, ducking under. Okay, good call. Woo. Strong position for Yasim right now. And if you look at that pink boat, Elena, that you like a lot, she's all the way on the other side by herself, and she might be doing the right thing.
Yeah, because the tactics in the 49er is not the downwind attack. It is the best upwind, being in the wind when it's a long upwind, and then find the wind when you're going downwind, because the wind shadow of this boat is only 23 meters. So
But look at on the opposite side, you see all the battle that happens between Yasim and Art and P and Yusuf. If you look over there, look at them over the ley lines, battling each other. And Hicham is back in 7s after the penalty that he received in the beginning of the race.
But see who is in the lead now.
Elena, as I said, she's waiting a lot to tack over, so she gave away probably 15 meters, 10 meters, but then the wind's coming at him. The ley line is squeezing back and forth, so I think she's in a safe position right there. Yeah. Light winds, not as fast as the other boats, but 20 meters in the lead.
And
Bingo.
starboard tack. That's
strong.
Cool. So it's only REGATA that can pressure Elena, but it looks like Elena is doing the right thing. If she changes the angle of the boat, she's getting the wind more over the side. And you can see 12.4, where REGATA 11.3. But if
but he's coming
the
strong.
inside,
He's coming strong. Whoa, look at that.
But Elena with speed, taking over the lead. But she's in the outside, so REGATA attacking. Elena needs to go away. That's a battle here. Let's see. Spinnaker
they have
coming
to put their spinnaker up because the wind angle, look at it, 105 already. It's a long breach, and spinnaker up, and Elena messing a little bit of that little run right
penalty
there.
to Carlos for pressing best VMT button too early and sailing into the mark. Luckily for him, he actually rounded the mark, or else he was dropping down.
Right. So now you have to find the best winds again with the 49er. Great winds, high speeds. That's what you 18.4. Look at that speed. 18.6, 18.7. So the speeds are going up. Elena on the opposite side starts to speed up and trying to sail into the higher winds.
But 19.2 to REGATA, 19.4, 19.5. Elena only 18. So she's losing 26, 30 meters in total in the downwind attack. Great job by REGATA.
So now they have some downwind wind shadows, which are strong. If you're getting them from the 49er, you slow down tremendously. But Elena's doing a fine job coming to the bottom gate. She's choosing the right side. Yes, she is. The near side of the course. She's taking that. Boom, in second. And it looks like Art is taking the right side.
Why was that the right side?
Yep.
Why was it the right side?
What do you mean? Why was it the right side?
Yeah.
He chose the right side because it's the right side of the screen.
No, okay. It looks like you're saying that was the right side to go to because we saw the fleet splitting up. And so it was not going right or left. So it was more about
it's the other right.
Yeah.
It's the other right.
Or the other right. So Elena in second, REGATA in second. But see, please use rope coming in. Penalty. That's what I meant about right or wrong side rounding that mark. Because please use rope went to the opposite side of that gate mark and won 20 meters to attack Elena. And that's also why we're seeing Art in second at the moment, winning meters.
Right, but REGATA is sailing in more winds right now, and Art is slowing down because of it. And this is going to be tough. I'm not quite sure because 50 meters to catch up, I don't think he's going to make that. But please use your rope, 74 meters behind. Let's just see him back there as well. Elena back in 7s. Now she's having to duck around. It is the right side to be on because there's higher winds. And REGATA definitely having the lead here by 45 meters. She's going to take it home under the top.
But they're sailing against the wind. It's a higher wind, but they are sailing against the wind. So they might sail a little bit longer than the boats coming from starboard tack here. But they are so much in the lead that they cannot be caught. REGATA first, Art second. Please use rope. Yasim with a penalty on the inside. Carlos maintained his course. So Paco in 6, Elena 7, and Hicham coming in that battle. Let's see who will get that positions in top 8.
Yeah, and this is a broad reach with an angle close to the bottom to the top downwind mark. And you can set the spinnaker right from the get-go. Once you come around the top mark, you can set it and race with a high speed and a broad reach.
The leading boat, 18.8. Second place, 18.6. Paco only 17.3. He's not caught in a wind shadow. Elena trying to find some wind on the attack. Yasim killing Elena. Again. Oh, he is an e-sporter. Elena is not. She's a sailor. But Yasim under pressure by Hicham. Oh, just stuck under that. Paco coming in 5th. A battle for the battles. Giants coming in. but it is a victory to Avaritop. Art will get second. Will Please Use Rope come under attack? No, it doesn't look like that. A penalty to
penalty
Hisham.
again.
Yeah, Simp doing it. He is using the rules of the game, penalizing the others. Now in 6, killing his opponents. Who's in the opposite side? That's Paco. He's enjoying that the other boats are battling each other so much. So he's taking up over 5th position and are in a good position to attack Yasim when they're coming down.
Yeah,
there.
but Paco is not safe yet because Yasim is coming right there. He's taken 4th on top of all that.
Yeah, good attack by him. Good attack. And Elena was sadly the big loser in this race here. She did so well in that upwind race, but then the penalties came in. 3 in total coming up.
And look at Miguel coming in 9th, way behind. And then Adres and Alfonso 10th and 11th. And the rest are coming in here. Shiver almost at the end of the tail. So that is going to be an interesting shift on the scoreboard after this race is complete. Maria coming in 15th after being in 13th in the previous race. So,
and one thing we need to remember, there's no discard in this final, so the score counts. Avaritop with a win, Art in 2nd. Please Use Rope 3rd, Carlos 4th, Yasim 5th, Paco 6, Hisham 7, Elena 8, Miguel 9, Andreas 10, Albamura 11, Alfonso 12, Azul 13, Aitina getting 14, Maria 15, Shiver 16, and Artco lost connection. And here's the stat, Norman. Please help us.
Miguel, once again, a fantastic start. 0.5 is a good start on the 49er because it's such a fast boat in the beginning. Average speed, 13.2. Look at that average speed. Right, that's pretty fast compared to the 8 knots that the J70 does. Best maximum speed, 19.6. It's also faster than the J70. Shortest distance sails by Carlos. Did not end up in the top. But anyway, maximum speeds, 29. Still so much wind on the race course. Amazing to see. Large numbers of jibes, 12s. And Azul, so many penalties, 5 of them.
And that's interesting with that number of jibes, because jibes can be used both aggressive and defensive. And every time you do a jibe, you lose momentum.
Yep.
So was Carlos a winner or a loser? Let's go in and see it here. And it looks like he actually won on it because he defended his position, his 4th position against Yasim and Paco doing all these jibes.
But look at Alvatrop. So Alvatrop was in the first race in 9th place. So now with his first point, that's going to be, he's jumping probably a couple of good spots where Art also was in 8th place. So these two are now jumping around. Please Use Your Rope was good in the first race, being in 4th. Now he's in 3rd. So this is going to be Alvatrop. Please Use Your Rope and Yasim also coming up. So this is going to be cool to see in the scoreboard when we go back there after the second race.
Interesting see. Let's go in and see the scoreboard. It looks like it's been refreshed, so here it is. Scoreboard coming up in the lead. It's Please Use Rope 7 points, Hisham 8 points, Yasim 8 points, Avaritop 10 points, Art 10 points, Miguel 11 points, Paco 11 points, Carlos 16 points, Andrea 60 points, Elena 23 points. But I have to say, good race by Elena. Hats off for her. Good upwind race. Unlucky for her. She was meeting the boys in red, doing all the penalties.
Yeah, and Yasim is such an experienced top sailor. So, yeah, he threw some of these techniques where you just jive on top of the boat and you're on starboard. And if you don't know this, if you haven't practiced this, you won't do this on the real water. That's what I mean. This is e-sailing. On the real water, you will never do that unannounced, because if you do that, the boat breaks. Here it's just a penalty, luckily, but that's why they're not used to this kind of hardcore penalizing.
Yeah. Next race coming up, Norman. They are fast now. They are warmed up. They are getting ready. This is a foil boat. The
Nacra 17. That was, we had the powerful boat. We had yesterday the 25 or 26 hour challenge. Happened to score that in 100 after 4 or 5 races. So I'm familiar with this boat. I'm a real sailor on catamarans as well as on trimarans. This is my preferred boat. So I'm not a monohuller. I'm a double hauler.
Yeah.
I like double holes. And the Nacra 17, super finicky. sensitive to the steering. Once it foils, it's just going like nuts on the water. Great boat to race. I like it a lot. Looking forward to see this race.
Let's see how this will go. Let's see how it will end up. It's a fast boat. When they're rounding the marks, they really need to take care. To win this race, you need to be good at mark roundings, and it's like drifting around the marks in a car, and then it's all about your upwind race. In your upwind race, you can win 30 meters of choosing to do the right tactics and strategy. So it's all about watching that wind intelligence to win it.
Right. And if we got that right, it's these mark roundings, you know, one of my club members, one of my club members in the USA sailing, he asked me, Norman, I watched your race going around the mark roundings. How do you do it so fast? And I says, play, play, play. You got to practice that over and over and over, like the real sailors do as well. I mean, the top sailors, they sail day in, day out. And that's just the same in e-sailing. So 55 seconds to go. Hope it's going to be a fun race.
Yeah. It is going to be a fun race. It's the last race before the middle race. Top 10 will go into the middle race, and it's all open. We can't just say who's winning or losing this one, because race number 2 turned upside down the final ranking score. The winner gets 1 point. So what's
take a look at it. If you look at the windsocks, it would be almost a possibility to do a pin and start on port side, because the windsocks are in your favor. In that way, it's just slightly, but you will have 2 or 3 bars in advantage of yourself. So I would be on the pin hand side right now and hug that pin in and just go fly.
Please use rope coming in. They're doing what we are calling a slow start. Normally we see these boats coming with speed from behind, like we're seeing Please Use Rope doing here. Let's see. Slow start, but he's all by himself over here. Now he's in the lead. He didn't start as the first boat, but he's in the lead now from the start. Please Use Rope as number 1.
Yeah, and Art is all the way on the opposite side, sailing at the opposite wind into higher wind. So he's doing a good position. He's tacking over now onto port, I believe, because he's sailing into lighter winds. He gotta tack over, otherwise you're slowing down. With no wind, no good. Azul also nice in 6th place, and then the pink boat Hicham. Different color now. Hiyam is nice in 2nd position right now. Wind is in his favor. Looking all good. This is going to be a tight race. There's the white boat with Yassim up there and Miguel as well in the middle. So there is a lot of action happening. Oh, look at the starboard.
Oh, Andreas
nice
pressing
ducking.
them out. Art under pressure. He's still in the lead. But see, they're crossing in. They're really attacking each other in this one. And that's good news for this boat, Yassim, because now he can sneak away.
But you could almost draw a line between your CM and the green boat, which is please use your rope between 1st and 5th. So you know it's a tight race. The first 5 are 20 meters apart, and that's nothing on this boat. 20 meters is caught like that.
Downwind, we will see this boat go between 18 knots and 24.5 knots. So it's a very fast downwind race. So it's all about your upwind race you need to focus on.
Right, and look at Paco in 2nd, really doing a fine job on the opposite side. Penalty to Alfonso. Penalty again by Art. Oh, no, same one. Okay. Paco in the lead right here, or almost close call. He's going to be in the lead. He's leading this race.
Taking position. Yassim losing his position to 3rd. And here is the rounding seat, like they're drifting around the mark. Andreas in 3rd, Miguel 6th. Please Use Rope 7, Elena coming up, great race Elena, and Alfonso. But the fleet is split into 2 groups. There's a gap from these leading boats, penalty there.
Penalty, Yassim got penalized.
That I have to say, when you are as good a players as he are, that's a stupid penalty to get, to sail in front of one of the other boats. Miguel in 3rd.
But look at it. Paco was in 1st, and he lost it because he gave too much space at the first top gate, and Art just scooped around it, and that is also meters gained quickly if you know how to do that, if you take the risk of being close to the gate. And now we're coming here to the bottom gate, super quick downward run, so you'll see what happens. Which side do you choose? I would choose the right side from this position, meaning the far side of the course right now, as Art did. Paco did the other side, now 80 meters behind. All these other boats follow him.
That's interesting because now Art are in the lead. Miguel followed him, and Paco, Yassim, Elena was going to the opposite side. And that means
Penalty. She got a
Elena
penalty.
got a penalty. But what a downwind race. She was in 4th, rounding that gate mark. So again, Elena, we need to keep our eye on her because she might be one of the best female players in the world. Paco
Right.
coming
And now
in
they're
here.
sailing or towards the wind because you see the darker area near the lines, the top right side. Paco, really good position. Art now all the way sailing into the light winds. Art is making a mistake. He might not have the right wind intelligence on his screen. But Paco is going to be sweet racing right now. Ooh, and then there's Miguel coming up right in his face right there. Look at that, Miguel throwing some dirty air. I think Paco needs to tack away. Yep, there it does. Tacking away out of the wind shadow. Race your own race.
But interesting to see Art in the lead, Paco in 3rd, Andreas in 6th. This is the last race before the middle race. Top 10 will go into a middle race. Who will it be? We saw race 2 changing the final score up and down. So Art and Miguel are fighting for a top 10 position. And right now, they're doing a damn well job. Art coming around that mark.
Yes, really well done by Art. Look at Miguel holding his position in 2nd, and Paco coming around in 3rd. And 4th is going to be Please Use Your Ropes, who's using all his ropes to make this happen. Simp in 5. Then Hitcham in 6th, and 7th is going to be Alfonso. 8th is Elena.
A penalty in front. Miguel with a penalty. That will be costly because it's a downwind penalty. Hisham also. They will lose 2-3 positions. Miguel dropping to 4th. He drops to 5th. He needs to defend his position, but he's under attack by Yasim. That was a costly penalty in that.
And watch out, Yasim going to tack over him, and he's going to give him a penalty. Nope, he's not doing that.
He's too polite today.
Yes, well, he did it earlier 2 times in the previous race. But here we go. I think Art is going to take this home 100-meter advance. Well done. Paco coming around. Troll trying to hold his 2nd position, but Please Use Your Rope trying to hold him. But here's a battle right there. Oh. Look at that, luffing him up strongly. Yasim may not hold his force. Is he? Yes.
He's going to penalty him now. Penalty. Yep. And Yasim is jibing in. Just taking it on the finish line. What
Albert
a
Trapp
finish.
right there coming in. Carlos
12. All the fleet came in there. And Shiva coming in. 2nd last, Albert Moore takes 14. Good race. What a race. Art with a win. Paco in 2nd. Please Use Rope 3rd. Yasim 4th. And C, because of that penalty, dropped from 2nd to 5th. Miguel Dunes in 5th. Avaritop winning 6th, coming from 10th, as I remember. Alfonso 7, Hitcham 8, Andreas 9, Azul 10, Elena 11, Carlos 12, Silva 13, and Alba Moore 14. Yasim with the best start. Please guide us through, Norman.
Yasim 0.4 seconds on a 49er. Really good done. Well done, actually. Paco then having an average speed of 17 knots. That is just freaking fast. Best max speeds 26.5. That is also, you flying on the water with these foils, and Alvertop knows how to do that, obviously. Art with the shortest distance sailed, which is great because he won this race. Azul max wind speed of 29.5. I mean, these race courses are just blowing with the wind. Yasim, lots of large jibes. And Carlos, once again, with lots of penalties. Way to lose the game.
Yeah. But Art didn't have the best start, but had the best upwind race. And then he defended his position all the way through. Paco winning into that downwind race, penalizing Miguel at the top mark. Sneaks up, takes 2nds. Please Use Rope 3rd. Yasim 4th. And Miguel is the loser here. But see, Avaritop winning 6th. Coming from 9th. So a good downwind finish by him.
Okay, the score is up, my friend. You can take a look at it if you like. And
Let's
we'll tell
see
you who's
here.
going to be.
There we go. Please Use Rope, 10 points going to the middle race. Art 11 points. Yasim 12. Paco 13. That's one of the closest middle races we have seen for a long time. Avaritop 16. So that was good with that 6th position instead of 9. Hitcham with 16. Miguel 16. Andreas 25. Carlos just sneaking in with 28. Alfonso sneaking in with 33. And the reason why he got 10 and not Azul is because he had the best result in one of the races, and that was a 7th position, where the best result for Azul was 10th. So it's goodbye to Elena. We love you, Elena. We have seen your races. Keep on practice, keep on racing, because I think you're going to be one of the best female players we have seen for a long time. Silver in 13, Albamur 14, Akko 15, Maria 16, Aitana 17, and then we have 3 boats that didn't come for the start in this final. So middle race coming up, 10 players coming in: Alfonso, Carlos, Andreas, Miguel, Hicham, Avare, Top, Paco, Yasim, Art, and please use rope. Amazing.
It's going to be some close racing, because the top 5 are only 6 points away, and medal races are double points, and so anything can happen there. Super tight. I mean, Please Use Your Rope has always shown himself being very strong during all the races that I've watched him so far. Same with Art and Yasim. You watched him in here in your league. He seemed to be always a top racer. So fun final race here at the top of the hour. We all for it. I think we have to watch out because they're probably loading up already the way
we have time. They are just communicating at the moment who's going into top 10. Remember, it's the first time they're doing this race. But we have to say, very open race, very good format. 2 groups, 4 races back to back, 1 discard. Getting top 10 of each group into the final. And there they had 3 races, and this middle race we're coming up with top 10 in it. And very close result, very close result. So who will
I'm digging it. I'm liking it. It's good, and it's glad to see. I'm glad Virtual Regatta Insure is able to provide us with this awesome game and helping us to make something like this happen. And so we're having fun watching you guys race it up and just be in the competitive mode and show what you can do. And nobody's getting hurt. It's all fair play here.
Yeah.
It's great. Great to watch.
And while Norman is saying we are having fun, Esailing TV is having fun all around the world. We are traveling around the world. We are doing some of the big regattas around the world and all some of the big events. We have been doing 2 World Championship. We are doing SailGP in Marseille. We are doing the whole eSailGP campaign this year and a lot of other cool stuff coming up. Here's a small view of what we actually are doing. We are in Marseille. We are at the SailGP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of SailGP will receive their trophies.
Listen, guys, let's stop messing around. Look. World champion Velista 71 from Italy. And what a tremendous performance from Italy. They've got gold and they got bronze with...
And we'll come back in studio. We are waiting for the grand final, or the medal race in the grand final, and it's just coming up. And Norman, what are we going to see here? We just discussed here in the break about the points. It's a very tight ending we're going to see here.
Right. I mean, the top 5 are only 6 points away from each other. Again, medal races, double score, 49er racing on the water, high speed, lots of tactics, knowing how to do the mark roundings. This is not over until we see the finish line. And it's been a fun regatta so far. And I love to wait for this finish line race to come. Because everything is possible. Yeah, everybody can win this, the top 5 at least. So top 6, I'm sorry. The top 6 can win this for sure. Not top 7 if I look at the scoreboard.
If we really do the math, it's top 7 that's able to win this event. Nothing is over. As normally says, I was just bidding on, if you want to say it, when the fat lady sings.
Right, and Miguel right here with his unicorn, his sail, beautiful little fun little boat. And the unicorn might be on his favorite. He is, after the races right now, in 7th place. So he's the last of to be able to win this. If he's showing to be very strong, and he's an official racer. So let's find out. And here we have Please Use Your Rope in his turquoise colored blue 49er just cruising around, waiting for the server to load. We have all 10 racers here, so I'm a bit surprised that they haven't started
It's
yet.
because Alvaritop just joined in as the last one, so we are waiting for them to press start. And the cool thing about the way they're organizing this is they're saying the server is up at this time and the race start at this time. And they're giving 3 minutes in between the server is up and the race start. And there the race starts. Let's have a presentation. Yasim is coming in here. Carlos, Art, Andreas, Alfonso, Paco, please use rope. I've been very amazed by him. It's the first time I'm seeing him racing. Hitcham, Miguel Dunes, and Avaritop. And he's caught in this red zone. And being in this red zone gives you a penalty if you're there 1 minute before time. So let's see if he's moving his boat out. He's going out of the zone.
He's finally moving it. Okay, he's not. Alvatrop probably organized his race and he was still working on his computer to make everything right. He's now sailing out of the start line, and 30 seconds before the start, he will lose his penalty, so it'll be all fine. Again, look at the wind shadows and the wind socks right now in the course itself. It's a good way to read the course first. Okay, where's the wind? Where are the wind socks? Going from left to right slightly. So again, a pin hand start could be good if you know what you're doing. Risky because you can get penalized right away. It might be good to be at the committee boat because there's lots of wind, or at the pin end. 5 seconds. Let's go, Thomas.
Yeah. There we go. A false start for Alfonso, and he just got that penalty. He went into the red zone before time. False start for Miguel. Also Paco and Carlos. This changes everything. Please use rope in the lead, Norman. Amazing start by him.
Let's see. He is in the lead after 3 races, and he's leading the race. Be the one to beat. Andres right there. Also, he's an 8, so he's far behind. But you see him right there.
Please use rope. Andreas penalized him. Starboard tack. That's a costly one in a 49er. Drops 3 positions straight away. He's in 5th now. It looks so great. This means Yasim and Andreas are taking the lead.
Right, and Yasim is in 3rd after 3 races, so he is now leading this race, or being in 2nd. Andres has still a good position. Boy, this is going to be, as I said, till the end, we'll find out what is going to happen. All the way in the opposite end, near the lane is Alvertop, really sweet, in 3rd place now, and in good winds. But the wind is going to be against him once he tags over onto starboard. Is it going to be enough?
2, 3, 4, 5 meters in between them. They are on the same page. Art, Avaritop, Yasim, and Andreas. Who will come first? Who will take the win? First battle coming up here.
Here we go. Alvatrop's taking the win from Yasim. He has to tack away, giving the point. Oh, Andreas has to stay in good position. Now we're going to find out. Here we go. Look at that. Art is coming squeaking by. Squeak away. Yeah. Good done by Art, holding his position. And Alvatrop saying, yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I can luff you up. You see him coming around in 3rd. Well done. Then we have Andres, Carlos, Paco, Hitchman. Penalties to Carlos and Paco. Alfonso Miguel in last. Wow.
Yeah. And
interesting.
Please use rope. Drop to 9 because of that penalty to Andreas. Again, very stupid penalty. Just to the opposite side with a boat just behind him. So Hitcham takes 4th and joining the leading group. Let's follow the leading group. Avaritop, Yasim, Art, and Hisham. The others are behind.
That's going to be, again, this Alvatrop, who is right now, after the 3 races, he is in 5th and leading the race right now. This is going to be a possibility for him to win the overall regatta. But Yasim, who's in 3rd and 2nd place right now, and also the other boat coming in, Art in 2nd. So these guys are all in a good position to win this race. This is not over yet, guys. Keep on following the downwind rounding. Yasim just scooped around all the way.
But
the
interesting,
other boat, Hitcham
going
to the right side.
To the opposite side, split situation. Miguel back in 5th. He's not giving up. Massive penalties. 4 plus penalties. This means please use rope can come a little bit up in the fleet. But we are following
Miguel
the
is in 5th right now. Okay.
Avaritop choose to went to the left-hand side, rounding the mark. Going up towards the middle. He's currently in the lead. Art went a lot more out to the left-hand side. He's in third. Yassim went straight away up to the right-hand side, are in second. It looks like Hicham, who went to the right-hand side without, just straight away, he drops down and is out of the battle for the lead.
Yeah, he did it too early. I would have stayed like Alvatrop and Yassim did, sailing up to the ley line, because the wind is now in their favor. And Hicham did that before it happened and sailed to the wrong side. Now he's having even more wind against him. So losing a lot of distance with that tactic. 112 meters. He was 60 meters behind when he went around the downwind mark. So these three guys are fighting it out for the top 1-3.
But there's no doubt
Yassim
Alvatrop will win this one. Art and Yassim is battling for second and third. Miguel will come close to Hicham and battling for fourth. Let's just have a view here before we are watching the leading boats battling it out. Miguel, no, he's too long away to catch Hicham, so Hicham will get fourth. Let's see, split situation in the top. Art going away from Yassim. We can see Alvatrop, he's all by himself. He cannot be caught. See that wind shadow there. So.
No. The battle's going to be between second and third. Art and Yassim. I'm going to go for the fun here. And I think Art is doing a fine job. Here we go. Yassim says, I'm going to luff you up. No. Art is definitely in the lead.
Yassim needs to go behind him. He needs to go behind him if he wants to get second. No, he's keeping his position side by side. That's interesting. Who will win it? Art's getting ready to attack. No, he's not attacking. He could attack Yassim. But
now he is. Now watch. He's going to do it now. Tack, my friend. There it is. There it is.
What a classmate example. Art second, Yassim third, Hitch getting fourth. That might be costing the victory for Yassim. So Alvatrop is having a chance to get it. Andreas getting 6. Please use rope 7. Paco 8. Alfonso just rounding that mark. He's way behind, getting 10th. Also disconnecting. Carlos getting 9th. What a finish, Norman. What a finish. Alvatrop with a win. Art second. Yassim third. Hicham fourth. Miguel 5th. Andreas 6th. Please use rope 7. Paco 8. Carlos 9. Alfonso 10.
Best start, Yassim, 0.3 of a second. We're getting closer and closer to the start line when the start gun hit. Very well. Yassim also best average speed with 13.1. Fantastic. Pacon with a good max speed of 23.2. Wow. Alvatrop, 1.8 nautical miles. That's an average. Really good. Well done. Wind max speed, 31.3 knots. I'm telling you guys, put your head on. Largest numbers of jibes goes to Carlos again. He likes the penalties or the jibes with 10. And then largest number of penalties, Alvatrop. How did he make it to be so far ahead?
It was not 9 penalties. The server is calculating wrong. As I remember, he got 2 in total, but still 2 penalties.
Oh, I know how, Thomas, because he was sitting inside the start.
Yeah.
And then it counts as an end over and over.
Continue penalties, yeah. But here, winning the race, Alvatrop, Art in second. We have Yassim in third, Hicham in fourth, Miguel in 5th. Interesting how that would end up, Norman.
Oh, the scoreboard is up, my friend. Just look at it.
Let's get the drums on. Who is winning today? It's Art taking it. Yassim, because of that third place, drops down to third. Alvatrop takes second. That was a very close finish.
Yes. Look at that. 18 and 18 points. Why they say who's got Alvatrop gets the second place? Because the medal race counts. He came in first, got the second overall. Well done. Top 3, Art, Alvatrop, and Yassim.
And I have to say, Art was winning on that penalty. If he didn't penalize Yassim there, then it was Yassim winning with 16 points and Art got 17 points. So that was well-timed attack on the finish line, winning this regatta. Way to go by Art.
Fantastic racing. And then the rest of the crew, 4th, 5th to 10th, it's Hicham. Please use your rope in 1st. Miguel in 6th. Paco in 7th. Andreas in 8th. Carlos in 9th. And Alfonso, last but not least, in 10th. Fantastic regatta, Thomas. Fun watching, fun racing all around.
Yeah. There's nothing more to say that thank you for inviting us into this fantastic regatta. Congratulations to Art, Alvatrop, and Yassim ending in top 3 in that first regatta in this club. Norman, we have to end up this stream. We will be back in. We have to take a small break. 1 hour and 50 minutes, we'll be back with something very special. Yeah.
1 hour, 50 minutes? I thought it's just about an hour.
Yeah, we're going to take a small break. I've been streaming quite a long. I need to go in and take something to eat. So 1 hour and 50 minutes, we'll be back with a special stream, boys and girls and skippers around the world. We will do the EF50 qualifier, random races. This means that we can watch all of you. So if you're following the stream and joining the races we are pinpointing, then you can see yourself race in the EF50 qualifier. Remember, top 8 qualifies for the World Championship in September and also goes into a qualifier final played this Sunday, and this is the format they're going to play in. Cheers out, see you later.
Cheers.